coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Hey up internet, and welcome back to On the Sofa Live. If you're new, do subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay in the loop.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
What?
Fuck!
So here is Hannah Spencer to explain the controversy.
So this shirt that I wore in Parliament this week, I got it about 15 years ago from Oxfam when I volunteered at Oxfam Originals. I love it. But something phenomenal happened this week when I wore it at Prime Minister's Questions. It underwent a remarkable transformation. It went from being a charity shop find to apparently being a £2,000 Gucci shirt. At least that's what the establishment are saying. And it wouldn't be like them to lie, would it? Why would they spread misinformation about me? Why would they do that? Why would they want to discredit me? Anyway, to the charity shops, the vintage shops, anyone selling pre-loved stuff like this to find it a new home, thank you. To Costa Brava, a very well-known designer brand, thanks to you as well. And to everyone else, send me your stuff, because I know Jesus is out there turning water into wine, but hon, I'm out here turning charity shop finds into designer clobber, apparently. So this shirt that I wore...
Yeah, that's hilarious. No, it's not like the establishment to lie, is it? Unbelievable. Absolute scenes. So let's have a look at the article. This is from the Canary. Hannah Spencer explains £2,000 Gucci shirts by Willem Moore. On the 10th of June, Green Party MP Hannah Spencer caused a commotion when she implied the Reform politicians behind her were dirty and grubby. Given factors like the £5 million gift Nigel Farage tried to hide from the public, it proved difficult to argue against this accusation. Instead, Reform's defenders accused the pro-equality Spencer of being draped in exquisite Gucci. Now she's taken her accusers to the cleaners. And Joseph Wells tweeted, "Don't believe everything you read on right-wing medias in papers and more. The shirt Hannah Spencer wore at P&Q's is a 15-year-old charity shop find, not a £2,000 Gucci purchase, like many would want you to believe. Why would people spread misinformation about Hannah?" And of course, we've seen her video. Hannah Spencer, exquisite. For reference, this is what Lee Anderson and Sarah Poaching looked like when Spencer referred to the dirty grubbiness behind her. Their faces. Oh my God. Lee Anderson looked shocked, and Sarah Poaching looked like she just swallowed a turd. Oliver said this: "There's plenty of dirty grubbiness behind me. Look at their faces." Well said, Hannah. Oh dear. Running a business as a plumber, I was well used to dealing with dirty grubbiness, and there's still plenty of that dirty grubbiness behind me. As we've reported, the dirty grubbiness comment was no doubt in reference to stories like these. Farage brought £1.4 million house after undeclared £5 million gift. Former Reform leader Gill sentenced to 10.5 years for taking bribes. Reform councillor fined £40,000 for hiring illegal workers. Reform candidate Goodwin took fat salary from Hungarian far right. Former Tory donors flocked to Reform, including a massive donation from Thai-based billionaire. Reform candidate became councillor despite anti-Semitism expose. In response to Spencer's attack, the dirty grubbiness defenders accused the Green MP of being stylish and well-dressed. This tweet is from Claire Adams. Nothing says fight the wealthy elite quite like delivering the lecture in a Gucci blouse. We see you. Now Spencer has explained. So this shirt that I wore in Parliament this week, I got it about 15 years ago from Oxfam when I volunteered at Oxfam Originals. I love it. But something phenomenal happened this week when I wore it at Prime Minister's Questions. It underwent a remarkable transformation. It went from being a charity shop find to apparently being a £2,000 Gucci shirt. At least that's what the establishment are saying. And it wouldn't be like them to lie, would it? Why would they spread misinformation about me? Why would they do that? Why would they want to discredit me? Anyway, to the charity shops, the vintage shops, anyone selling pre-loved stuff like this to find it a new home, thank you. To Costa Brava, that very well-known designer brand, thanks to you as well. And to everyone else, send me stuff because I know Jesus is out there turning water into wine, but hun, I'm out here turning charity shop finds into designer clobber. Brilliant stuff. And here's that Costa Brava label up close. Sunderland Lollipops tweeted this. Hannah Spencer and Guccigate is fascinating. It's actually a cheap blouse from a charity shop. But why can't a Green Party MP wear what she wants? Even a £1,500 blouse. I bet many of the MPs' Savile Row suits cost more than that. Hashtag sexism, hashtag shallow, hashtag fuck reform. Dr. Mariana Claire Baranovich said, how embarrassing for all those who claimed Hannah Spencer was wearing a £1,800 Gucci silk blouse. Yeah, exactly. It is embarrassing. They should be embarrassed. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. They want to make her out to be a hypocrite, but it's blown up in their faces. Indefensible. It is clear why the reformoids immediately went after Spencer. If they didn't, people might have started asking, what is that makes reform so dirty and grubby? When voters are debating the ethics of high fashion, they're not asking about Farage's links to crypto industry, or Reform's links to the fossil fuel industry, or Richard Tice's tax arrangements, or ... Yeah, exactly. But they're basically saying, don't look at the real grubbiness of reform. You know, look here. Look here at this made-up bullshit about Hannah Spencer's so-called £2,000 blouse. It's absolutely pathetic stuff. This is absolutely pathetic. And it's blown up in their faces. They've been made to look like fools, like idiots. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. And please do me a favor and like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and do leave a comment because that would really help me out with the algorithm. Okay, bye for now.